SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr. and Ron Marchetti.
Well, start of the new week, and when it's Easter Monday, that means things are really kind of slow. A lot of the scholastic stuff. I'll have a couple things here and there, but remember, no school today, so not a lot of events, but let's tell you about the ones that are going on. We got ourselves a key baseball game in the Wyoming Valley Conference, Hazleton area. 1-1 in the conference, and coming off a loss on Saturday, non-conference style to Liberty. Well, they go up against Coughlin, and Coughlin has been the sleeper so far in the early going. They've been playing very well, and it should be a battle of aces up there. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, down in the Schuylkill League, Marion will be hosting Panther Valley, and Tamaqua travels down to Tri-Valley. In softball, well, it's just about the mirror's image of the schedule. The Lady Cougars, they're up at Cole Street Park, taking on the Lady Crusaders. Meanwhile, Tamaqua and Tri-Valley, the only one that's not in there is that Panther Valley Marion thing. Short softball schedule as well. Short scholastic schedule all over the place. Let's take a look at the professional ranks and clean house there. The Columbus Clippers, 7-4 winners over Louisville. Now, you got to get used to this. We're following Columbus because that's where Russell Kanzler played. Now, 0 for 2 yesterday and a little bit of a sluggish start, but that battle will get going as we go deeper into the season. Meanwhile, Scranton Wilkes-Barre, or is it the Empire State Yankees, however you want to call it, the Yankees AAA club, they put the 10-run hurt on the Syracuse Chiefs yesterday. Syracuse managed just one base knock. As far as today, Indianapolis travels into Ohio to take on Columbus. Kyle Landis's club, Akron, will be, well, relatively close to his home here in the Hazleton area. They'll be taking on the Altoona Curve. And we didn't tell you anything about Landis over the weekend because he didn't pitch yesterday, but he's been off to a good start with a couple of scoreless innings. Meanwhile, the baby Yankees are at Syracuse again, and the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, they are in Pawtucket. Well, hard to believe, but the 9th opening day at Citizens Bank Ballpark. Everybody says the new ballpark. Hard to believe that this is the 9th opening day. And opening day today brought in the upstart Miami Marlins. And the Phils, who have been having some trouble scoring runs, well, I guess they got in the Easter spirit, putting a lot of those eggs on the scoreboard over the weekend. Phil's just not hitting the ball early in the year, and that's a shame because the pitching has been very, very good. They'll see if they can right it today. And the Yankees get a 3-game series started in Baltimore, where the Orioles, just like they did last year, are off to a pretty good start. They swept the Twins 3 straight games. And speaking of sweeps, don't look now, but the New York Metropolitans, they beat up on the Atlanta Braves over the weekend. And as you look at the standings, the New York Mets, 3-0. If you're a Mets fan, enjoy every bit of it. See what happens tonight against the Washington Nationals. Hey, by now you know about Stripes and Strikes. They sponsor us, and I'll tell you, you got to go down and check it out. Look for the big green awning across from Genetti's Best Western on 309. That's where you'll find them, and they've got it all, from equipment for baseball and softball. They've also got custom screen printing and embroidering. Got plenty of free parking, too. So check them out. Stripes and Strikes, make the right call.
Make the right call and head to Stripes and Strikes for your sporting good needs. Located on Route 309 across from Genetti's, Stripes and Strikes is your headquarters for retail and team sales, officiating equipment, and all the gear for the upcoming season. Custom printing also available with no screen or setup fees. Need local high school attire? Stripes and Strikes has it all. Hazleton area, Marion, and MMI, including varsity wool jackets. Gift certificates are available, so call or stop by today. Stripes and Strikes, 301, you are out.
If I'm not mistaken, the Tampa Bay Rays have beaten the New York Yankees again yesterday for the 7th straight time. Mother of God. Hi, everybody. Today is Easter, Monday, April the 9th. It will be 100 years ago tomorrow, April 10th, 1912, that the 882-foot-long Titanic left Southampton, England, on its maiden Atlantic voyage with its final destination to be New York, New York. It was also the opening day game between the Dodgers and the Giants at Washington Park in Brooklyn, New York. A crowd of more than 25,000 attended, several thousand more than the seating capacity, which simply caused a riot. Fans surged onto the field and resisted the efforts of police to push them back. Players from both teams took their bats and formed a long line, and then they charged the crowd, but the fans fought back and refused to give way. There was little room for the fans to move because the stands were so jammed, and the aisles were completely filled. The game started 30 minutes late, with fans occupying the outfield within a dozen yards of the bases. Balls hit into the crowd were ground rule doubles. Many of them were pop flies. The game was a complete farce. After a few innings and 14 ground rule doubles, the game was called. On this day, 35 years ago in 1977, the Toronto Blue Jays played their first regular season game in franchise history by defeating the White Sox 9-5 amid very wintry conditions at Exhibition Stadium in Toronto. Before the game, a Zamboni was used to clear the snow off the playing surface, but snow flurries fell throughout the game. The Chi Sox left an incredible 19 men on base in 30-degree weather. And speaking of the White Sox, 40 years ago in 1972, Dick Allen went on to win the AL MVP award as a member of the White Sox. Finally, I'll leave you tonight with very sad news that many of you already know. Tommy Evanko, who owned and operated Evanko Respiratory, passed away very early in the morning of Holy Thursday after a very brief illness at the age of 52. Tommy was a starter on the HHS Mountaineers 1978 basketball team. He was an excellent golfer. In fact, he once hit a hole-in-one at the Valley Country Club. He also loved to sing karaoke and was just so fun-loving. But he was a perfectionist, and he took care of himself. So how could this happen? No one will never know. But we do know that Tommy was a heck of a husband, father, boss, and friend to so very many. Last night and this morning proved that. He had much to live for. Tommy Evanko was laid to rest this morning. His absence will definitely be felt. Our sincerest condolences to his wife, Carmela, his two sons, his entire family, and a multitude of friends. Till Friday, stay loose.